Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Monroe Community College Foundation's Gold Star Gala presented by M&T Bank. I'm Doug Embledge from 13 WHAM ABC, and I'll be your host for this evening. Every year, I have the distinct honor of serving as the event MC, and let me tell you, it is always a fun event to be part of. But, just like many organizations this year, MCC Foundation is not able to host their signature fundraiser in person because of the pandemic. However, that is not stopping us from sharing more about the foundation and the great work they do to support and alleviate financial burdens for MCC students. At any point throughout our program, you can make a gift by visiting the website goldstargala2021.ggo.bid. Tonight, we celebrate making dreams come true because Monroe Community College does just that for its students. We will meet 4 incredible students who, thanks to the generosity of Monroe Community College's foundation and supporters like you, are pursuing an education and opening opportunities for a bright future. But first, I'd like to turn it over to MCC's VP of Institutional Advancement and MCC Foundation's Executive Director, Gretchen Wood.
Hi, I'm Gretchen Wood, Vice President of Institutional Advancement and Executive Director of the Monroe Community College Foundation. It is my privilege to be here this evening to share a bit about the work of the Monroe Community College Foundation. Since 2006, we have awarded nearly $17 million in scholarship support. In fact, for the past 7 years, we have awarded more than $1 million annually to hardworking MCC students. That is possible thanks to the generosity of people like you and our extraordinary board of directors. We have 54 community leaders who work together with us, led by Chairperson Sergio Esteban, with one goal: to ensure that every MCC student has the support they need to be successful. Normally at this time of year, we would be coming together for our Gold Star Gala presented by M&T Bank. This year, thanks to the dedication and tenacity of our honorary chairs, Lauren Dixon and Mike Schwabel and Emerson and Vernita Fullwood, we are coming to you with this broadcast. Tonight, we're going to share with you some truly inspiring stories of MCC students and the fact that they credit some of their success to the private support they have received through the MCC Foundation thanks to the generosity of our donors, individual donors, businesses, organizations. It is thanks to all of that generosity that so many students at MCC are successful. We are also here thanks to the generosity of our gala presenting sponsor, M&T Bank, and our committee chairs, Courtney Dixon and Corey James, and Melanie and Jeremy Wolk, and a really creative, extraordinary committee of volunteers who helped us to make this transition from an in-person gala to tonight's broadcast. Tonight, I invite you to visit the website at the bottom of your screen to see how you can help support MCC students. We have some really exciting auction items. You have the opportunity to directly fund a scholarship. Perhaps you're particularly interested in supporting future nurses after this challenging year. On the website, there are a variety of ways for you to add your support to those that have already done so. This year, we at the MCC Foundation have been grateful for so much. We've been grateful for the support that we have received throughout the year. We've been grateful for the opportunity to in turn support our students. I am grateful to you this evening for spending some time with us, for taking the time to learn more about the work that's being done at Monroe Community College and how you can help.
Why is art important?
Okay, oh man, that is a loaded question. I think art is important because there's a lot of feelings that words can't express. My name is Jana Latimer, and I'm in my second semester at MCC for graphic design. I decided to come to MCC because I wanted to start going towards a career path in art. I think because of my culture that I've always been artistic, whether it's through music and learning piano or if it's drawing or painting. I have a really big family. My mother is the youngest of 14, so there's just all these different personalities coming together. So I like to express that through my art and the different backgrounds that I grew up around. It builds this community that I like to show within my art. And I found a community in MCC with like participating in different clubs or just like finding my place with people with the same interests with me. It gives me the freedom to make art outside of being graded. And I think sometimes people may become hyper-focused on just getting assignments done and meeting the requirements, whereas in a club I can just make art. My professors are really supportive in saying, yeah, find your own path, or even if something doesn't work out in the beginning, to keep going. So I think it's important to have that sort of support and not be stressed about, oh, maybe I should do this because it'll be more financially stable for me in the future, or maybe I should go towards something that I'm passionate about. I received the Dreamkeeper Scholarship, which is the main one that I needed to pursue college while everything is remote. So they helped me get a laptop, which is like essential right now, because without it, I probably would not be in classes. So I started applying to different scholarships to see what I could do to be proactive. And I decided to apply for Dreamkeepers to see if they could help me get some of the materials that I needed. I think that it's really important to know that a lot of people in my age group are going through this huge transitional period to where we have to change the way we're learning, basically, to accommodate for the pandemic that's happening. So it's important to get scholarships to give us more support and figuring out like our footing and what's going to happen next. If I hadn't gotten the Dreamkeeper Scholarship, that I wouldn't be taking classes yet. As a result, I probably would be working or doing art commissions from home, but my work would look different because I wouldn't have the same foundation that I have learning now. I think that there's a renaissance that's going to happen while everybody's at home learning new things about themselves or just discovering what they actually like. Everybody has more time by themselves and more time to reflect on the things that they're feeling. I'm really excited to take part in creating more art and just giving myself time to reflect on what's going to happen or how I've been feeling throughout the pandemic. I think the difference between MCC and other colleges right now, they're really accommodating. So you can, while you're working from home or even like figuring out what you want to do for the future, you can still take some classes part-time. You don't have to take a full schedule. So that's really helpful for people that like have children or are just like figuring out what they want to do. After I graduate from MCC, I want to continue to become an art therapist. I think that deciding to go on an art path is kind of risky, considering that there's a lot of hit or miss jobs when it comes to artists. And I think that a lot of artists don't get the recognition that they deserve. But I decided to go with this anyway because when it comes to becoming an art therapist, I'd be able to help children express themselves, or even the mentally disabled be able to express themselves through art in ways that they might not be able to with words. It's important because a lot of people end up internalizing a lot of their feelings or give themselves the space to acknowledge what they're feeling. So I think becoming an art therapist will help me to help other people express themselves and give them the space to feel comfortable expressing those feelings. Thank you for investing in me so that I can help other people in the future.
Throughout tonight, you have the opportunity to support students like Jana and others who receive funding from Monroe Community College Foundation's Dreamkeepers program. Unexpected financial emergencies is one of the top reasons community college students drop out of school. To address this issue, Monroe Community College became the first community college in Western New York to offer Dreamkeepers, a nationally recognized emergency student aid program that helps deserving, eligible students persist in their studies. Students who apply to Dreamkeepers can receive mini grants for up to $500 to assist with expenses related to housing, food, utilities, and childcare, ensuring that they can continue with their studies and make progress toward their goals. To support students like Jana or other Dreamkeeper Scholarship recipients, Visit goldstargala2021.ggo.bid. We will take a quick break, but before we do, let's hear from our presenting sponsor, M&T Bank.
Good evening. I'm Dan Burns, Rochester President for M&T Bank. M&T is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the Gold Star Gala for 16 years now. And I'm pleased to share that including M&T's charitable support this year, our lifetime grants to MCC will total approximately $1 million. As a board member for almost 2 decades now, I have seen firsthand the work of the college and the foundation. It is also very gratifying to see how supporters like M&T and others have helped to develop scholarship programs so that students can chase their dreams without being saddled with excessive student debt. And MCC continues to develop innovative programs so that every student can prepare for their dream job. Our involvement with a nationally recognized college like MCC is part of our commitment to be a bank for the community. At M&T, we live and work alongside our customers, developing deep, lasting relationships and supporting projects that make our community a better place to live. Thank you, MCC, for all that you do to bring value to local students, companies, and our regional economy. We're excited to celebrate you and our local students and can't wait to see what we accomplish together next. Thank you.
Welcome back to Monroe Community College Foundation's Gold Star Gala, presented by M&T Bank. In February 2020, Dr. Kate Douglas stepped in as interim president of Monroe Community College. A month later, the pandemic hit, and she, like many others, were faced with one of the most challenging years in her career. And although challenging, she also thinks it was exhilarating. And here's why.
Thank you, Doug. Well, what a year we all have been through. It's one that we will never forget. Being at MCC during this year, it has been both incredibly challenging and incredibly exhilarating. And that's because here at MCC, we have never lost our student focus. In fact, through your generosity, we've been able to help students who have a higher need than ever before. This year, we were able to distribute more than $175,000 through our emergency funds because of your generosity. That's more than double what we've done in the same time period in years before. And having shifted to remote, we were able to distribute more than 400 laptops to students in need, again, because of your generosity. And as this pandemic lasted longer than any of us thought it would, the food insecurity that manifested was very severe. And again, through your generosity, we were able to assist more than 325 members of our community with more than 150 bags of food. So thank you, thank you, thank you. You have made a difficult year one that we could rise up to a challenge and meet. And that's one of the things that is absolutely amazing about the folks here at MCC. That tenacity, that persistence sets us apart. And because of that, our students succeeded in a way that we never thought possible. By keeping them safe and by keeping them focused on their learning, we were able to help students succeed. Let me give you an example. In our nursing program, you remember when the spring of 2020, when the pandemic first hit, everything closed. How were our nursing students going to get their clinical hours in that were required? Well, our nursing faculty found a simulation that was approved by our accrediting body. We couldn't afford it, but we went to the foundation and they helped us. The faculty found it, the faculty implemented it, the students successfully completed their clinicals, and our students not only succeeded, but they passed the licensing exam for a registered nurse, 100% of them. So that's a very tangible example of the difference that you have made throughout this pandemic. Let me just say it has been an incredible year at Monroe Community College, and we have been able to meet the students' ever higher needs because of your generosity. So thank you. But you know, tonight at the gala, we're about some fun. And one of the things that this campus has heard me say throughout this year is, nobody's had a challenge like this ever. And we are building this airplane as we're flying it. So we're gonna have some fun tonight, right? We're going to fly that airplane, and we're going to keep on giving students what they need to succeed. So thank you, MCC Foundation donors. We couldn't do it without you.
This evening, we have already heard one inspiring student story, and now we have another to share. This story focuses on a special program called Star Power. Star Power is the MCC Foundation's Women's Giving Initiative. Inspired by a generous challenge, the women of the MCC Board of Directors launched Star Power in 2013 to raise money in support of single parents pursuing their education at MCC. Scholarship support is often vital to the success of student parents pursuing a degree or certificate at MCC. By helping single parents overcome financial barriers and complete their studies, MCC is helping children and families and strengthening our community.
I really want to be a nurse just to help people, just to show compassion really to people when they are in need. Hi, my name's Latoya Johnson, and I am in the 4th semester of the nursing program at MCC, and I graduate in May. I always had my eye on nursing, and as I started off as a CNA, my great-grandparents actually started showing signs of Alzheimer's. And so as the years went on and I started working at St. John's Home, they came to live there. So I was actually keeping an eye on them there and taking care of them once in a while. And it just opened my eyes that this is where I want to be and I want to take care of everyone. It was difficult seeing them because as family, you usually go and you talk to them and they know who you are, but as the years went on, they stopped knowing who I was. They just really took me as a caregiver. They really showed me what compassion really was to help take care of the rest of the people who I was working with. Knowing how I wanted people to come in and take care of them, the mixture of that just showed me what I needed to do to be the best nurse that I could. MCC's given me the skills that I need to be the best nurse, and this nursing program is one of the top nursing programs around, and they just really are showing us everything that we need to learn to be the best nurse possible. When I started MCC in 2016, I just started off as part-time. I had 2 little kids at the time, and I was working full-time also. And so I did evening classes for a while, and I did quite a few online classes, and it was pretty tough taking the time away from the kids because they didn't really know what was going on in the beginning because they were so young. So it was me going to work, getting them from school, getting home, starting dinner, and then my mom would come over and watch them so I can come to evening classes here from 6 to 9. I haven't been in school in, over 14 years, so I was a little bit worried that I wouldn't know what I was doing, but MCC really showed me and helped me. I think that scholarship came at just the right time. It was very helpful, just being able to take some of the stress off of extra book costs or daycare costs or, card trouble. It was just great. Star Power was a scholarship that I've gotten twice now. I got it last semester and this semester, and it's a scholarship to help single parents. The scholarships definitely just took the stress off of the financial aspect of school, and that's just what I needed to give me the boost to make it to this point. And so I'm very grateful for the scholarships that I received. I think everyone here cares about how I'm doing, and everyone who attends here how they're doing. They just always go out of their way to make sure that we're getting the education that we need and deserve, and they just help us in any way that they can. When I picture myself as a nurse, I guess I can just see me being the best nurse that I can. Just a compassionate nurse, someone who shows empathy, and just taking care of everyone like I would want my great-grandparents to be taken care of. And I believe MCC gave me those skills and are still showing me those skills up until this day. Just exciting knowing that I finally am going to reach my goal. I think this shows my kids that you can do anything at any age, and as long as you work hard and you know what you want and you go for your dreams and you just don't give up. So I'm just trying to show them that you can do anything that you want in life. You just got to put in the work.
Students like Latoya are exactly why we are here tonight. There are many ways you can pitch in to support MCC students, including bidding on an auction item, pledging a scholarship, or simply making a donation to support areas of greatest need. Visit goldstargala2021.ggo.bid. We'll take a quick break, but before we do, let's hear from our Gold Star Gala committee co-chairs, Corey and Courtney James, and Jeremy and Melanie Wolk.
Hi, I'm Courtney Dixon.
And I'm Corey James.
And this year, we're thrilled to be the honorary co-chairs for the MCC Foundation's Gold Star Gala.
First off, we'd love to show some appreciation to our incredibly hardworking gala committee that has poured so many hours into making this event successful.
Of course, the gala also wouldn't be possible without the support of our dedicated sponsors. Thank you for helping provide MCC students with what they need to be successful.
The planning behind an event like this is always critical, but living in a COVID world, the planning this year was more important than ever.
And the need for this event is also more important than ever. Hundreds of MCC students have needed help with housing, food, childcare, and access to technology this year.
Supporting the MCC Foundation in turn allows MCC to address students' most urgent and pressing needs.
Thank you for your support.
Good evening, everyone. Melanie and Jeremy Wolk here. We are very proud to be your co-chairs, and we are so happy that you have tuned in to the event this evening. We'd also like to give out a big thanks and a big shout out to our co-chairs, Courtney and Corey, who we always have a great deal of fun with and are going to enjoy this event as well.
You know, both our personal support and as part of the Lewis S. and Molly B. Wolk Foundation is really just continuing the legacy that my great uncle Louis started. In fact, he gave the first scholarship to Monroe Community College and was a big believer in the idea of teaching someone how to fish. As a result, we've got to witness the great change in trajectory that MCC can offer its students. And we continue our support in the great belief of the opportunity and hope that MCC provides. And as a member of the Board of Directors of the Lewis S. and Molly B. Wolk Foundation, and on behalf of the other directors, we are so proud to have provided the seed money for the Lewis S. and Molly B. Wolk Center for Excellence in Nursing and Surgical Technician Program at Monroe Community College.
And as we have learned over the last year, it is oh so important to have these individuals in our community.
And we are so proud and have great thanks to all of our MCC alumni that have been on the front line during the pandemic.
We invite you to join us in continuing to support MCC students.
Welcome back to Monroe Community College Foundation's Gold Star Gala, presented by M&T Bank. You can lend your support by visiting the website below and making a pledge. Monroe Community College's foundation has focused on ensuring every student has access to the scholarship support needed to complete their educational goals at MCC. In most cases, despite MCC's relatively low tuition, students need additional financial support to attend college. the number of student scholarship applications received annually by the MCC Foundation has doubled, surpassing 3,300 applications received in one academic year alone. Last year, we were able to award nearly $1.5 million in scholarship support to hardworking students. The Foundation's goal is clear: to ensure that every MCC student has the resources they need to be successful. I am pleased to introduce you to another remarkable scholarship recipient. Maxwell Clement received the M&T Bank Scholarship for Advanced Manufacturing Optics degree and certificate. His major is Optical Systems Technologies, which MCC offers as one of only 2 community colleges nationwide. When asked what receiving the scholarship meant to Maxwell, he said, "This year alone, any financial assistance is life-saving. I was out of work for 6 months. Every little thing is the difference between staying in school and not being able to keep going."
My name is Maxwell Clement. I'm a second semester, first year student in the Optical Systems Technology department. First semester, Dean's List. Second semester, on track to do it again. Just got accepted into the Corning Technician Pipeline program, which is something that I never thought attainable, but I found my niche, I found my thing. My academic journey was definitely not boring. I started out in the chemical engineering department. I got a little too specific with my major right off the bat. I wish I had gone general studies and just figured out what I wanted to do, but after that didn't work out. I took a couple years off, went back to my hometown in Frederick, Maryland, worked for a few years, basically just got some real-world experience under my belt. Did a couple stints at community colleges down in Maryland. Did a little bit of everything, and nothing really stuck until I found out about the optics department here at MCC. MCC really sets itself apart from other community colleges and other colleges in general because it is the only community college in the country with an optics department. Rochester is the optical hub of the world, the birthplace of optics, as many people call it. My professor has personally handled parts that are sitting on another planet right now. You can't get much cooler than that. The entire optics program has really just blown me away. I nerd out every single day in this program, and I'm never not fascinated, and every single time I learn something amazing, it's quickly followed by something else. My professors have been above and beyond what I ever could have hoped for leadership, guidance. Professor Vogt, the head of the department, had mentioned that Corning was one of the best companies and that they were doing the Technician Pipeline program. And I thought, you know what, that is my goal. That is about as lofty a goal as I can attain. And now, thanks to, in large part, all my professors here, they've pushed me to get it done, and now I'm in. The confidence that I have in my professors is started just as their combined knowledge and the tenure they have. Every single one of them has done at least 10 years in the optical industry itself, and one of them actually has handled parts of the Perseverance rover. He's touched things that are on Mars. I think that kind of speaks for itself. After my numerous attempts at college in the past, I didn't really know if I needed it. MCC came along at the absolute perfect time and changed my life already. A scholarship that I received was the M&T Bank STEM scholarship. Literally was the difference between being able to continue my learning career and not. The pandemic was not easy for anyone. Bartenders were hit just as hard. We were out of work for 8 months in total, and without income for 8 months, this scholarship literally was the difference between staying in school and not staying in school. I have a plan. For the first time in a very long time, I have a plan. It feels pretty amazing. A huge weight lifted off my shoulders. I'm not just shooting around in the dark like I have been for the past 8 years. My hopes for the future, there's so many different options for me across the world. France, Japan, anywhere else in the United States. The opportunities are endless. Without all the scholarships that are available to students, they make the difference between being able to stay in school and having to figure something else out. Thank you for letting me continue to learn about my passion, and I can't thank you enough.
Remember, at any point throughout tonight, you can support MCC and its programs by visiting goldstargala2021.ggo.bid. Before we go to break, let's hear from our Gold Star Gala honorary co-chairs Mike Schwabel and Lauren Dixon, and Vernita and Emerson Fullwood.
Monroe Community College is among the top 3% of U.S. community colleges for the most associate degrees awarded. My husband Mike and I have supported student scholarships for many years. Why? Well, that's easy. We've seen the difference firsthand that scholarships make in a student's life. An MCC student scholarship is a game changer, and it allows a student to graduate and begin earning not a low wage, but a living wage.
And the best part is they begin working immediately upon graduation as a nurse, a plumber, an electrician, or a welder, or a number of other careers. The stories we've witnessed firsthand and the lives touched is a gift really for us. It feels good to see your investment right in front of your eyes and the smiles and hopes it creates for the individuals and families we help.
We invite you to visit the website addressed below to bid on some terrific auction items or pledge your support for a scholarship at MCC. Thank you for your consideration.
Thank you for joining us this evening on our mission, which is to raise funds to help offset financial barriers for MCC students.
Thank you, Vernita. And I too want to thank our supporters for joining us for our 23rd Gold Star Gala. This evening is always an exceptional event for celebration. And of course, our primary mission is to raise funds, and we always do a terrific job at this event. Now, I've been an MCC Foundation Board of Director member for some 16 plus years. And you should know that the work that the board does is very intentional, it's very purposeful, it's very strategic, and of course it's impactful. The focus is to ensure that we are generating and raising the necessary resources to support our aspiring students who are the next generation of leaders in our greater Rochester and Finger Lakes community. The work we do is awesome. The support you provide is unbelievable and amazing. We can't thank you enough. So please join us tonight as Vernita and I have joined the foundation in our own philanthropic efforts to ensure that the next generation of students have the necessary support to obtain a strong education. Thanks for all that the foundation does. They are just incredible in terms of providing the support that's required for our aspiring students. Thank you so much.
Later in our program, we'll share some fantastic packages that you have the opportunity to bid on and win. All proceeds from our auction go directly to the programs you've heard about tonight. Visit goldstargala2021.ggo.bid to see these auction packages or make a donation to the MCC Foundation. Earlier tonight, we learned about the Dreamkeepers Emergency Fund. Another recipient of this fund is Nicole Talarico. We'd like to share her story tonight to show another example of how your support makes all the difference for MCC students.
I always dreamt of having a college degree. It was just something that I just thought I could never do. I am really, truly a single mother. I don't have a backup plan, a plan B. I don't have family here to help me whenever I need a babysitter. Dreamkeepers came into my life because I started school. It was my first week. I couldn't believe that I was here and actually doing it, but I also had that stress of what am I going to do with Allegra? How am I going to find a babysitter, daycare? What am I going to do? Peggy with Dreamkeepers helped me get a grant to put her in daycare. So that got me through the first semester. And then of course I cried then. I cried then. I was so happy and thankful, and just a huge relief came off of my shoulders because I knew that I could make this happen. I honestly don't know where I would be if I hadn't had the help from Dreamkeepers. Showing up is the hardest step because once you're there, everything does fall into place, and I've got all A's every semester. I know that there are a lot of obstacles that prevent students and the non-traditional student from getting to school, and we don't want to let people fall through the cracks that have potential. And this really enables people to be the best version of themselves that they can be. Every day when I would walk in, I would just feel a sense of belonging. And I feel like everybody has a place here. And that's really what I love about it. This is the happiest I've ever been. I have a lot to look forward to.
I'm Sergio Esteban, and I'm honored to be here today on behalf of the Monroe Community College Foundation Board of Directors. I'm honored to be part of a community such as ours, that when there is need, and we are always ready to support them. We are a very philanthropic community, and for that, I thank all of you because you are part of it. Our students of Monroe Community College are in need. They always were, but especially during the difficult times that we are in. And that's where the foundation comes in. Any donation that you want to make is very, very welcome. Those are funds that will go to the foundation, and the foundation will put them to good use. My sincere thanks to all of you, our supporters, our sponsors, and all the staff that has worked so hard, and all the volunteers to make this happen today. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart.
At Monroe Community College, we've been opening doors for students for more than 50 years. Join the more than 500,000 alumni who have begun their inspiring stories at MCC. Classes start August 27th. Apply now at monroecc.edu/apply.
Welcome back to Monroe Community College Foundation's Gold Star Gala, presented by M&T Bank. To support our students and these scholarship programs, please visit goldstargala2021.ggo.bid. Our next guest is someone our entire community is anxious to meet, and that's Dr. DeAnna Burt-Nanna, Monroe Community College's 6th president, who begins her work this May. Dr. Burt-Nanna looks forward to joining our community and working together to help MCC students meet their potential.
Hello, I'm Dr. DeAnna Burt-Nanna, incoming president of Monroe Community College. I want to thank you for your generosity and your support of our institution, which is known as a leader for innovation, workforce, and economic development. I'm in transition to the area, but I look forward to being deeply immersed in the community and in the work that we will all do together. Inspiring the way forward, all of us together will continue to be at the forefront of the work that we do as a region and also as a college. I want to thank you for partnering with us to advance workforce and economic development. We understand that the devastating effect of the pandemic has had a disproportionate impact on some of our community members. With your generosity, we will continue to inspire the way forward and to make access and opportunity a forefront of the work that we do and a priority for all members of our community. Thank you for your generosity, and I look forward to partnering with all of you as we inspire the way forward. Thank you.
Our next student, Camillo Ocasio, has a story unlike most. His journey growing up has been a challenging one, but he credits MCC for giving him direction and helping him find his way.
A really quick story about me following my dreams to MCC. Hi, my name is Camillo Ocasio. I'm a computer science mathematics major. My education path starts, I would say, around 9th grade. I walked away from school. Actually, I started skipping school and just getting into trouble. And I just went straight to the labor force. I went directly into working at that time and just never really looked back at education. I just didn't think it was important. My family, most of them haven't even graduated high school. So college was not even in question. Sometimes things happen in your life that you don't know why they happen. They impounded my car, my house was getting foreclosed on. I had no money. I followed my heart, I followed my dream, and I put that forward. And I realized that I don't want to be a hard laborer. I don't want to continue to go through my life as just the everyday grind or just continuing to be in a rat race. I just wanted to figure out a way how to give back to my children and give back to the kids in my street and the community in general. I can remember driving the truck around the city and seeing these young kids, and I would see myself. Somebody that was searching for something, somebody that needed guidance, a mentor. When I was a kid, my mentors, I didn't learn what to do from these people. I learned what not to do. I was going to give up. I called MCC, and a lady named Joanne picked up. She was so sweet. This was the sweetest lady, and she told me a story about her son going back to school in his mid-40s and how difficult it was, but it was so rewarding for him. And I mentioned to Joanne that I tried previously to go back to school, and I don't know if I will be able to go. I don't know if financial aid will cover it. I really did. I had no hopes. I didn't know what would happen. To my surprise, I was welcomed with open arms. They let me right in that year. I spent that summer, August 2019, sitting in front of the computer. Started from addition and subtraction. I started from the bottom, and I worked my way up to college algebra. And the reason why I worked so hard is because I wanted to go back to school prepared and taking credited classes. And I was able to take credited classes immediately. And from then on, I hit the ground running. What I hope to get out of a computer science degree and a mathematics degree is a way to engage kids. I've thought about at one point creating a community center where kids can come in and a place that feels like home. These scholarships are giving me the flexibility to go to school full time at this point and still be the provider and still be there for my kids. If it wasn't for these scholarships, my dreams would never come true. I would never have the time. They're literally helping my dreams come true. They're literally giving me hope. I found people that will accept me for who I am. Even if you're starting from the beginning, it does not matter. These people want to help you. And for a long time, it was really, really difficult for me to ask for help. And sometimes you have to put your pride aside and say, I need help. For me, I didn't have confidence in my education. They've literally built a confidence in me that is, at this point, unstoppable. They've given me the confidence to move forward in my life. You want to fit into a community, you want to be part of some type of group, and you look for that in high school, and sometimes some people just can't find it. And when I came to MCC, I've been welcomed with open arms. I've found a family, I found a community, I found people that inspire me. That there's days where I'm down, where it's hard for me. During a pandemic, remote learning, it's been really, really difficult. And what I've found is resources. I have people behind me saying, keep going, you can do this. You're extraordinary, you inspire me. That touches my heart. To hear somebody say that you inspire me keeps me pushing forward. I would tell the donors that you are my heroes. You are my heroes. That by you giving, you are creating somebody else who wants to give. And I hope that one day I can give the same way you do. That is what I would tell you, that this isn't just money that you're giving. You are giving dreams. You are giving people hope.
Camillo, thank you. You are an inspiration to all of us, and especially our next speakers who know firsthand the challenges students like you face. Tim and Robin Wentworth endowed the Wentworth Family Scholarship at the MCC Foundation to support, wait for it, 100 deserving MCC students per year. Tim and Robin's extraordinary, unparalleled generosity was recently recognized on a nationally televised episode of Jeopardy! When a featured Jeopardy answer celebrated the Wentworth's support for their community college alma mater. Let's hear from these most generous MCC graduates on why they give back to MCC.
Hi, we are Tim and Robin Wentworth and are both proud 1980 graduates of Monroe Community College. We have long had a passion for MCC and the opportunities it unlocks for the students who are fortunate enough to go there. And after years of supporting MCC, we have seen literally hundreds of lives changed due to the combination of perseverance by each student and the excellence of the MCC experience.
There's no better example of that than Camillo Ocasio. We hope that his story is as inspiring to you as it was to us when we got to know him and selected him as a Wentworth Scholar. His journey and commitment to not only his own development, but his role modeling for his boys represents exactly the kind of thing that inspires us every day to continue to support MCC.
My own story involves receiving a similar, life-changing scholarship to MCC in 1978. Subsequently, my career, which was propelled by my MCC education, has resulted in my current position as CEO of Cigna's Evernorth division. MCC really does provide a strong foundation.
Our subsequent experience working with the MCC Foundation has proven to us that investing in MCC and its students is investing in excellence. We hope that you join us to support deserving, hardworking students like Camillo and the hundreds like him who just need the chance that you can provide. Thank you.
When you visit the Giving page, you'll have the chance to bid on some fabulous auction items. Here are some of the most exciting packages available tonight. Donated by Cornell's Jewelers, we have a Cornell's Jewelers shopping spree. Diamonds, sapphires, and pearls. Oh my. The choices are endless with this $6,000 shopping spree at Cornell's Jewelers, offering fine jewelry, including custom pieces, diamonds, and watch collections since 1923. Our next package was donated by Next Door Bar and Grill and includes a dinner and wine pairing for 10. Enjoy a 5-course tasting menu personally designed by Next Door Bar and Grill's executive chef. Each course is expertly paired with a premium wine selected for you by a sommelier. You and your 9 guests will enjoy an out-of-this-world meal. If you're in need of some relaxation, this next package is for you. From the Delmotti Spa, escape for the weekend with the Rejuvenate package, including luxury accommodations for 1 overnight stay on any Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Enjoy a 3-course dinner with a glass of wine for 2 at the Erie Grill, then wake up to a full breakfast either in your room or at the Erie Grill. You and your guest will enjoy a 50-minute spa treatment of your choice. One of the most anticipated destinations in our region is the Lake House on Canandaigua. This package includes dinner and wine pairing for 10 at the beautiful Rose Tavern at the Lake House. Their executive chef will use New York State locally sourced ingredients and wine from the Finger Lakes region, carefully selected to complement each outstanding dish. Our last package is donated by Mike Schwabel and Lauren Dixon. Get ready for takeoff and choose from gorgeous St. Thomas, wild Aruba, picturesque Grand Cayman, Cancun, Mexico, Cabos, or the new Ritz-Carlton in Turks and Caicos. If you are the high bidder, you select your great escape for a 6-day, 5-night getaway. This package includes airfare for 2, hotel accommodations, and transfers, plus all the sun and fun you can handle. It's the perfect escape any time of the year, so buy plenty of sunscreen and start packing. What a fantastic collection of auction items. All proceeds go to the Monroe Community College Foundation. Happy bidding and good luck.
Hi, I'm Lori Van Dusen, founder and CEO of LVW Advisors. It's my privilege and honor to be here supporting MCC students in the gala this evening. As incoming chair of the MCC Foundation Board, I know the importance of supporting these students through scholarship. I've had firsthand experience for many years with students that have received various funds from generous donors like yourselves, and it changes their lives, it changes society, and that is not an overstatement. Scholarships and mentorships are the one way that we can all close the equity and lifetime learning gap. They are the ultimate equalizers. As an example, we now have data around an important scholarship to me that MCC offers called Star Power. Star Power awards scholarship funds to single parents who are struggling. And this scholarship has made such a difference We now know that those scholarship funds awarded to those students mean the difference in many times between graduating and not graduating, and those students graduate at a 44% higher rate than the average community college student. That's really something if you're into data. So I'd like you to help me. I'd like you to join all of us at MCC and embrace the dreams of MCC students by your generosity today. Thank you very much.
We'd like to take a moment to thank our generous sponsors, our title underwriter sponsors, M&T Bank, Dixon Schwabel, and Robin and Tim Wentworth. Your continued support of MCC students is making a difference for our community. We'd like to recognize our gold benefactor sponsors, Louis S. and Molly B. Wolk Foundation, Baldwin Richardson Foods, LVW Advisors, and Aaron Newman. Thank you for your generous gifts. And to our silver benefactor sponsors, Elizabeth Wendy Breast Care, Summers Foundation, and Cornell's Jewelers. We thank you for your support this evening as well. To all our sponsors this evening, our community thanks you for the commitment you've made to our students and the Monroe Community College Foundation. Thank you. Tonight would not be possible without the leadership and hard work from our co-chairs and event committee. We'd like to take a moment to recognize these individuals for their continued commitment to MCC. Thank you to our honorary chairs, Lauren Dixon and Mike Schwabel, Vernita and Emerson Fullwood. Our committee chairs, Melanie and Jeremy Wolk, Courtney and Corey James. And to our entire event committee shown here, thank you for your dedication to our students, helping them pursue their dreams. To support more students and the programs we've shared tonight, visit goldstargala2021.ggo.bid or call the number on your screen. That concludes this year's Gold Star Gala. Thank you to all the viewers who tuned in this evening to learn more about the Monroe Community College Foundation and how it supports students like those you heard from tonight. MCC is truly inspiring every day, and that is thanks in large part to the generosity of people like you. Thank you.